do, put this son in there.
What is going on, everybody? We are back in the shop. Today is Thanksgiving Day. I am sitting in the car getting my master power switch put in and making sure all my switches are where I want them and all. I really wasn't even going video today, but I just wanted to show you guys what it's like trying to fit 6'4" worth of person in a mini person's car. I don't know if you noticed or not, but my knee is about level with the dash bar, trying to keep my foot off the brake, and assuming the throttle is going to be to the wall, to the end of the foot box when you're wide open, my leg is still very scrunched up. You know, that other car, I get to lay my leg out a little more when I'm wide open, but first car, you know, things like this you don't really know about until they're a little too late to fix. So if we make another car, we're gonna make it a little more tall person friendly, but I figure this one will do. At least we don't have the top of the foot box in yet, so while Dad's getting stuff for me to do in here, I can stretch out just a little bit rather than having to get in and out 100 times. Okay, so we got the rack in there, ran the steering shaft, and got my steering column in and whatnot. Took my brake pedal out because I'm a tall ass and the pedal does not, I'm too crunched up in there, so I'm gonna take it and work on it a little bit. But for now, like I said, it's Thanksgiving, so we're gonna go eat dinner, and we will come back up here either after dinner or tomorrow, something like that. So this vlog will probably be several days long, so we'll see y'all after that. Okay, it is now Friday here in the race shop, and we just got our brand new shear in, our Grizzly shear, again from Allied. I mean, like we said the other day, I don't know of anything, I mean, we have never asked for anything that they could not get. So, I mean, if you need anything at all, just about, you can go to them and get it. And they've always got better prices than anywhere else around, or anyone else they can get that wide of a variety of stuff. So they got us this year, and again, we're so thankful to have them as a sponsor, and very, very honored to carry their name on our car. And we sure do appreciate all the stuff they've done for us. This is super cool for us, especially considering that right there is what we were using. I think this year is, I mean, I know this year's older than I am, but golly, I think it might have seen a world war or something. So it was time for a new one. So we, like I said, we definitely appreciate Allied getting us hooked up with a new Grizzly. All right, guys, it's now Saturday, so we are in the third day of this vlog at this point. But today we're going to be trying to get this motor put into the new car. Dad's getting the bell housing and all that set up right now, and then you just gonna put the motor with the bell housing on it, or you gonna put the transmission in too? Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering why all this was getting set out and the transmission's still somewhere behind a pile of tires, I guess. Or, oh no, yeah, right next to the motor actually. But yeah, that's what we're up to today. All right, well, we got the bell housing on there and went to put the transmission in and realized that bell housing was not going to work. So now we've got the old one on there and getting it bolted up and getting the motor mounts put on it, and then we're going to see if it'll go with this old bell housing.
shifter market.
Yeah, it put a little scratch where it was.
So I can get a hole, saw and drill a hole,
Yeah.
or you can. You probably ain't gonna get to it, can you?
Uh-huh. But if you let me turn the motor a little, I could. Or just prick punch it, that way you can drill it from the top.
You're gonna have to drill it, but yeah.
All right, the motor is back out, so we've run into some difficulties here. This chassis is awful narrow. So this car and that car was wide stub cars, and you don't really see that a lot. I don't know that anyone makes a wide stub car besides Left-Hander, and I know even Left-Hander probably didn't sell a whole lot of them. But what a wide stub car is just the front clip is wider. I think it's 2 inches wider than what, say, a Fury or a Hankey or a Port City, you know, any other chassis company. That left side rail and the right side rail of the clip are 2 inches closer together. So on a Left-Hander, or at least on these, we get 2 inches of room, you know, an inch per side, I guess, to get the motor in there. So it's pretty easy to get a motor in and out of these cars because of how wide they are. Well, this car we made a standard stub. So we have an inch less on either side to deal with, or at least 2 inches total less to deal with.
Not mentioned that they have a dummy block to use at that time.
Yeah, we also now have a dummy block, which is just like a Delrin version of this block. You know, it's meant for things like that right there, mocking up engine mounts and how everything's gonna fit and whatnot. And we didn't have one of those, so we got, Dad's got the acetylene torch out working on our motor mounts. So we're having to make some modifications, but it'll go. Just part of it. When this is your first car, how are you supposed to know how everything's gonna go? So we're gonna get it. Just taking a little bit of moving around. All right, now we have got, man, I say all right every time I turn this camera on. Anyways, we got the motor mounts bent up so that they'll fit in there. We got some spacers because originally we just were sitting it in there and knowing we were going to have to pick it up, and we figured, well, we're pulling it out to work on them mounts anyway, so we'll just get spacers too. And Dad was fixing to go to TSC and get some spacers because we couldn't find any. And me being the incredible person that I am, I opened the camber. We got a little box in the pit box that has camber shims, and it also, they double as motor mount spacers. So I mean, what can I say? I'm the best there is, and that's just how it is. But so now we're letting the motor mounts cool off, and we're going to try and stick it in there again and see what goes wrong this time.
Lay down on your back, straight with the freaking motor that way.
That way it falls. It just
No,
goes
you
here
ain't
and kills
pulling
it.
one way or the other. Son,
I can't see up there, Dad.
well, you don't have to put this son in there. It's gotta come back 2 more.
I can figure it out.
Because number 1 plug is not even 2 inches behind the damn ball joint.
Okay, motor's in there for, I think, the 3rd time it's been in there today. We got the mounts working, It's just that we have got the wrong mounts on the front of the motor. We've got offset ones. We need standard, no offset or no setback, I mean. So we're gonna have to order some motor mounts, which sucks, but like I said, I think something we gotta remember is we've never built a car before, and stuff like this, you don't know how it's gonna do until you do it. And you know, chassis number one, you're gonna have some issues. So
A lot of issues.
a lot of issues, as Dad says. But you know, it's gonna happen. Not a, you know, I ain't worried about it per se. We expected to run into some kinks in the road, but I think once we get the car all the way put together and, you know, take it to the track, so long as it's fast, it don't matter how much it sucked to put it together, because we can, when we build another one, we can fix stuff like that. But
Winners never win and winners never quit.
quitters never win and winners never quit, as Dad says. So we're gonna keep working on it. Had to do a little sheet metal repair. I guess I'll just go ahead and show you all that. It doesn't look good at the moment. We've cut that thing out a lot because it just keeps on moving. And the shifter is pretty well under that bar right there, so shifting is going to be interesting. But like I said, we're going to get it figured out. So it's going to work one way or another. Just going to take a little bit of
TLC.
yeah, TLC
Hammers.
and hammers. But it's going to get there. Okay, so that's probably gonna do it for this video, or at least for today. I don't know what I don't know. Like I said, it's been a mess, but that's part of it. We're gonna get it figured out. We know what we need now. We're gonna have to order some motor mounts and whatnot, but for now, we are probably not gonna do a whole lot on this car until we get back from the Derby. Today is Saturday. Derby week starts Tuesday. So we're gonna be down there all week. Got a couple things I'm gonna make on Monday. A strut tube and two bumper bar, 2 pieces for the bumper bar, but nothing major. So that's gonna do it for us. But we're gonna get it figured out. So either way, we appreciate you guys watching and following along. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a comment. Maybe if you know what's wrong with this damn thing, you can fix it for us. We'll catch y'all in the next one.